Hi friends, today's lesson is Module 2, Lesson 6. I was thinking about number sentences last night and how sometimes I don't like the way they're set up and I like to change things around a little bit. Let's look at what we've been doing. We've been doing number sentences like this. 9 plus 5 equals something. And the strategy we've been using is to make a 10 using the 9. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to look at the number sentence. I need to add something to 9 in order to make a new 10. 9 plus what equals 10? Did you just say 1? That's right. 9 plus 1 equals 10. I'm going to need to get that 1 from somewhere, so I'm going to get it from that 5. I'm going to go ahead and take a 1 from that 5. Oh, good. Now I can add 9 plus 1, and that's going to equal 10. What is going to be the rest of that 5? If I have 5 counting sticks and I take 1 away, I only have 4 left. So the two parts of that 5 are 1 and 4. When I add 9 plus 1, I know that makes a 10. And then 10 plus the 4 more would equal 14. Sometimes I don't like to make a 10 using the biggest number. Although, friends, I'm going to tell you right now that's what I recommend. But sometimes I don't feel like doing that. So if I don't feel like doing it, I can do it a different way if I want to. Sometimes I'm feeling sassy, like this one. 9 plus 5 equals blank. It's the same problem. But this time, instead of using the biggest number, I feel like making, a 10 using the 5. I want to do that because I know my doubles. And 5 plus 5 equals, you got it, 10. So let's see, can I do it a different way using the 5 to make a 10 instead of that 9? Let's see. 9 plus 5 equals something. I want to make a 10 using that 5, so I'm going to take 5 from that 9, because 5 plus 5 equals 10. I need to figure out what part of 9 I have left over. I'm going to put up 9 counting sticks. You do it too, friend. Okay, you have your 9 counting sticks up? Now I just took away 5, so go ahead and take away 5 of your counting sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Friends, how many do you have left? That's right, 4. 4 is the other part of that 9. Now I know 5 plus 5 is 10. I can add in that 4, and my answer altogether is going to be 14. What I realized last night when I thought about how I like to move things around is that it didn't really matter which one I did. If I made a 10 using a 5, I got 14. If I made a 10 using a 9, I got 14. What else could I move around? Does the order that you add things even matter? Let's look. If I have 9 plus 5, and I took a part of the 5 to make a 10 with that 9, and the other part was 4, I'd have 10 plus 4 equals 14. But what if I mixed it up? What if I turned it all around and I had 5 plus 9 equals something? What if I did the same thing? I wanted to make a 10 with that 9, so I took part of the 5. And then I had the rest of the part left over. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 4 more is 14. Hey, wait a minute. Friends, did I get a different answer when I mixed things up? I didn't. I got the same answer. So my question is, does order matter? No, it doesn't. I can add 9 plus 5, or I can add 5 plus 9, but either way, I'm going to get 14. That's perfect because our learning goal today says that by the end of this lesson, you should be able to say, I can explain why changing the order of numbers you add does not change the sum. I'm not sure if you know what that word sum means. Go ahead and say sum. Yeah, the sum is the answer when you add two numbers together or any numbers together. When you're doing an addition number sentence, the answer is called the sum. So I'm going to say that learning goal one more time. I can explain why changing changing the order of numbers you add does not change the sum or the answer. That's what we're going to practice today. So here we go. In other words, you need to make the numbers work for you. If you're looking at a number sentence and it seems tricky, try to find a way to move it around to be helpful for you. Just because it says 9 plus 5 doesn't mean you have to say 9 and count up 5. That might be too tricky for you. You could say, oh, it's close to a 10. I'll take part of that 5 and make a 10. I have 4 left over. 10 plus 4 equals 14. I got a phone call. What was I saying again? Oh, yeah. In other words, make the numbers work for you. Move them around, change them up so that you can get the right answer and it's not too much work for you. Let's try it. If I have 3 plus 9 and I want to figure that out, I like to make a 10 because I know 9 plus 1 more makes a 10, and 10s are easy for me to add. 10, and I'm going to need to take the other part of the 3 that I didn't use and add that together. So my new number sentence, so I would have 12 because 10 plus 2 is 12. If I wanted to rewrite that because I didn't, it looks kind of sketchy with all those lines and I need to rewrite so I can see my thinking, I would write 2 plus 10, or I could write 10 plus 2 to make it a little clearer. And my answer would still be 12. So 3 plus 9 equals 12 is the same thing as 2 plus 10 equals 12. I just mix things up a little bit to make it easier for me to solve. We're going to play a little game. It's called Match It Up. It's the same thing, sorry. We're going to play a game called Match It Up. This is what we're going to do. On one side of your dry erase board, I want you to write the number sentences you see. Go ahead and pause right now. If you don't have your dry erase board or your math journal, pause and go grab it because we're going to do some writing in a minute. Press play when you're ready. Okay, friend, did you get your dry erase board? Oh, good. Here we go. Down one side, I want you to write these 4 number sentences. Here we go. 3 plus 9, leave a little bit of space. 9 plus 4, leave a little bit of space. 9 plus 6, leave a little bit of space. And then 9 plus 9. I hope you didn't write too big because now on the other side, I'm going to have you write the number sentences going down on that side. Here we go. 10 plus 5, leave a little bit of space. 10 plus 3, leave a little bit of space. 2 plus 10, leave a little bit of space. And then 8 plus 10. All right, we're gonna do a game called Match It Up. We're gonna do the first one together, and then you're gonna practice the other ones by yourself before you check your answers. So here we go. 3 plus 9 is what I'm gonna start with on one side. I want to find the 10 number sentence that gives me the same answer. It's going to do a little bit of thinking in your brain, and if you need to, you can draw a picture to help you figure this out. If I have 3 plus 9, I want to make that into a 10 fact. I'm going to take 1 from 3 to make it a 10, and I'll have 2 left over. Do you see any number sentences that would match that where I have 2 and I'm adding it to 10? You see it? Go ahead and draw a line connecting those number sentences. Shoop! Does yours match mine? If not, go ahead and erase it and fix it. 3 plus 9 equals 12, and 2 plus 10 equals 12. Good job. All right, now this is where I would like you to pause the video. All I want you to do is find the number sentence that matches 9 plus 4, but I've changed it into a 10 plus something on the other side. I want you to pause it until you've drawn a line connecting it, but only do that one. Don't do them all yet, because if you made a mistake, I don't want you to be messed up for the whole thing. Go ahead and press pause while you find its 10 number sentence match. Okay, are you ready to check your answer for the buddy of 9 plus 4? Here we go. Yeah, it's right across from it. It's 10 plus 3. I know if I have 9 and I take 1 from the 4, I'll have 3 left, and that would be 10 plus 3, which matches on the other side. All right, we're going to do the same thing for 9 plus 6. We're going to try to find its buddy on the other side. I would like you to go ahead and press pause while you do your work, and then after you've drawn the line connecting, press play. All right, here we go. 9 plus 6 is a buddy with, oh yeah, 10 plus 5. Did you get it right? Good job. Pat yourself on the back if you did a nice job. That's because if I have 9 and I take 1 from 6, I'll have 10. Took 1 from 6, I have 5 left over. So 10 plus 5 equals 15. Voila, that matches 10 plus 5 on the other side. Well, I don't want to say that 9 plus 9 is equal to 8 plus 10 unless I know for sure. So make sure right now that you are trying to figure out if they for sure equal the same amount. Go ahead and press pause while you figure that out. And if they do, make a good connecting line. All right, friends, did it work out? It did. Those two match each other too. All right, you did an excellent job with that game. So all we just practiced was just rewriting sentences and finding the match when we write a 10 plus sentence for something that had a 9 as an add-in. So let's look at this one. Erase your board, I forgot to tell you. Erase your board, press pause until your board is erased if you need to. Press play when you're ready. All right, here we go. I have 7 plus 9 equals something. What I would like you to do is I want you can see over at the bottom, I wrote a blank plus blank equals blank. That's where my 10 plus number sentence is going to go. I would like you to go ahead and write 7 plus 9 and try to change that into a 10 plus number sentence. Go ahead, figure it out. Press pause while you do your good work and press play once you have a new number sentence written in those blanks that has a 10 plus something. All right, you ready to see what I did and see if our thinking matches? Here we go. I had 7 plus 9. I know that I need a 1 from the 7 to make it 10, and that gives me 6 left over. If I rewrote that, oh sorry, the answer would be 16, of course. If I rewrote that in a number sentence with a 10, I would say 10, because remember I added that 9 and that 1. And then I'd have to add what I have left over, 6. And my whole answer altogether would be 16. Friend, did you write the same thing? Good job. If you have to draw a picture to still figure this out and do circling of your groups of 10, dude, totally do it. That's what's going to help you. You can use all the workspace on your dry erase board or your math journal. Just make the numbers work for you. What's going to be the best? All right, friends, we have another one. Go ahead and erase your board. All right, press play when you're ready. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to match it up. We have 8 plus 9 equals something. And this is what I would like you to do. This is the part that you're going to seesaw to your teacher. I have 8 plus 9 equals something, and then you can see that I was rewriting it as a 10 plus number sentence. What I want you to do is I want you to show me the different parts of the 8 that you're going to break up so that you can use part of it to add to the 9 to make a 10. Then rewrite that number sentence as a 10 plus something, and then find the answer. Go ahead and do this problem. Copy it down just as I have, and then finish filling it in, and then send it to your teacher on Seesaw. Good luck, friends.